Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Monday lighting critique. So today we've got 5 submissions that I want to go through. First up, I want to start with Holly, just because hers is rather brief. Holly, so I see you got the shadow in here. The one thing that I would do, actually there are 2 things that I would do, and I already wrote these in notes, but just so you know, number 1 would be to just the shadow's looking a little bit green. So I would just desaturate that a little bit, take out some of the green, and then probably just desaturate it too, make it a little bit darker. Actually, not darker, just desaturated, and a little bit less green in there. The other one would be these yellow green hits on this grass here. I think you can desaturate that just a touch too, more into that range. And that would be it, just so that we can get our focus back in there. But other than that, I think this is looking really well done, and I think you should be proud of the work that you were able to achieve here. Now I want to go to Danica's. So Danica, in terms of your lighting, I'll answer your question next. Overall, it's looking pretty good. I just think that we need to create some more fill value in the character here, and is like in this pose, and it's like if you look at his chest, it'll be like this value, because he moves around so much in this shot. When that shadow hits his face, it's gonna look pretty dark. And let's just play up the fact that he's in a wide open setting, not a lot of things to block the light other than this billboard. So let's just like go ahead and fill that in just a little bit more. You've got a nice cool color on there now. We'll see when it plays out, but we might have to desaturate that down a little bit. So we're just kind of emphasizing his warm colors overall. But it's good shaping coming across here, and you've got a good start. I think this is a good place to build from. Now, for your question about how do you light a character that's bouncing around all over the place, let me go into here. So, okay. So we have, let's play through the animation real quick. So we basically got character, swinging around, bouncing all over the place. He's got this hat on, and basically what ends up happening is, let's see, it comes around there. So the one thing about this that I would tell you is that you really need to find your hero poses, right? So because it's so easy to get lost in like, how do I make him look good in every single possible pose? And the answer is you're not really going to. But what you can do is focus in on 3 to 5 poses that he hits in the scene and really try to make those look as good as it can. The other thing that you can really rely on is the fact that he's pretty frantic through the rest of it. So you can animate some lights in some areas, and I can show you that real quick. So basically, right now I'm just looking for hero poses, and hero poses like number 1, number 2, 3. He's there for a long time. Then he goes over to like 4, and then that will go away. So again, just as like main one when he's stretching out here at the beginning, then as he hits this pose too, it would be nice to make that look nice. Over here, he's there for a while. And then like when he focuses in on her. And then in terms of like this area, like it's just a matter of kind of supporting what the lighting was here and making sure there aren't any like major problems, like he doesn't blow out too much or anything like that. Now, what I've been known to do in the past is like, so he's here and you've got the lighting looking good, then all of a sudden, like he's all the way over there, right? In this kind of crazy animation, you can hide some things. Like look what the animator's hiding. Oh, nope. The animator's hiding like multiple limbs and all kinds of crazy wacky things going on between these frames. So what we can do is we can hide some animating of some lights. So you don't want to make it too much, but like you can have the lights positioned here, and then as he starts to kind of go kooky, you can shift them around slightly and the audience won't notice. So that would be my advice there. But you can find a lot of information in the lighting and animated film course, because I take you through the process of lighting characters as they move across the scene, and I kind of go into some more detail there. But that would be my main thing. All right, so Louise, coming together well. I like this fade coming on the background here. A few things. There's some dark points here in the fire that is like the black point here is darker than what we're seeing here, so you kind of want to flip-flop those a little bit. I would get some more darkening coming down his back here, and so that way it would really like help us focus in on the character's the front side. I think you could potentially warm up the key light, because looking at the tree here, it feels almost greenish, and I feel like we can. There's some room to put in some more warm values in there, and then kind of in the same way that we did it in the night scene, it would be nice to get a little bit of light kind of on these edges to kind of zero us in here. And then the other thing is right up in here, I'm starting to see a breakdown in how these trees are put together. Like I'm starting to feel, it feels like they're leaves that have been mapped onto a plane. So I would, and it's just mostly because I'm seeing contrast in here, I would just try and limit that down so we don't break the illusion of that too much, because these are pretty close to camera, and that can we can lose that pretty quick. Additionally, just watch out, like it looks like there's a light on inside the tent here, so I would tone that down just a little bit slightly, and then yeah. But overall, I think this is looking pretty well. And like you said, you're still working with those God rays. So I would keep trying to work those in. Don't kill yourself, because again, you're lighting it over a bright background, so it's going to be hard to see them. But yeah, I think that's a good spot. We got Tyler looking real good. Definitely a big improvement over your last one. I think you can go a little bit more out of focus on the background. Watch out for, there's like a line, a very clear-cut line right there. I would just soften this edge a little bit more so that it's not quite as obvious that there is a cutoff there, because it just feels a little literal. Some good shaping coming across these rocks. These are not tricky. Love the shaping you're getting on the grass here. Tone down this pocket of light here, just because it's kind of pulling my eye back over here. It's nice that it's there. Same thing with back here, but let's tone it down to about 50% of the value of this, and then just kill. You can even just paint it out. Like, let me just do that real quick. Kill one of these eye dings on the eye. Probably just this one. Just boop, gone. Boop, boop. And then you're good that way. Perhaps pull a little bit of yellow out of the skin tone on the face here as well. I think that's looking really good. And then Calabaza, very cool stuff. You can go a little bit brighter on the scatter light back here. A little less saturated, but a little bit brighter. This is looking nice. Maybe a little bit tighter. It's really tough, but this is really coming in nicely, and I really like the spec hit that you're getting here. But a little bit tighter, maybe a little bit less saturated on the specularity there. And then the other one would be the nose here. Let's see if we can. It's just looking like there's a little bit of purple in the nose. Let's see. Something along those lines, but I know that's kind of getting back to the problem that we had before. Maybe somewhere more in there would be good, as opposed to where we had it before, because it's just looking a little dark and a little bit bruised. And you can dial that in between a little bit. Maybe I went a little bit too strong. But yeah, I think this is looking great. So keep going. Make sure you guys check out, we've got the live lighting session tonight. If you have any questions about any of the comments I made today, I'd love to hear your feedback. But keep going. You guys are doing great. Keep lighting, and you all are amazing. I'll talk to you soon. Happy lighting.